Good evening, you are now with me for TVS Nightline. We begin with this story. Sarawak reaffirms that the state's special rights should not be treated as equivalent to other states in Peninsular Malaysia, given its status as one of the entities that formed Malaysia in 1963. Tourism, Creative Industry and Performing Arts Minister Datuk Seri Abdul Karim Rahman Hamzah says Sarawak's position within the Federation is different as certain rights were agreed upon and enshrined in the MA 63 as well as the Federal Constitution.
Kita terima kasihlah kerana beliau baginda mengiktiraf perpaduan keharmonian di Sarawak, yang mana apabila semua parti bersatu, suara kita kuat. Kalau kita baca secara terperinci Perlembagaan Malaysia, there are articles and provisions dalam itu yang memberi hak kepada Sarawak. Sebab itu, kalau kita pergi di negeri-negeri semenanjung Malaysia, tidak perlu stamp pasport. Kenapa pergi Sarawak mau stamp pasport? Itu adalah satu daripada hak yang kita kata we are willing to have that merger to form Malaysia, but immigration right still belongs to us. There are many others, including continental shelf. Kalau di semenanjung Malaysia, luar daripada coastline, itu sudah hak kerajaan pusat. Di Sarawak, you refer to Section 2 of our land code.
He adds that the state government continues to engage the federal government through the MA 63 mechanism to reclaim the rights believed to have been sidelined over the past 6 decades. He also stresses that tourism should be placed under the concurrent list, allowing both the state and federal governments to share responsibility to develop the industry. Meanwhile, Karim calls for the reconstruction of the Bidayu Longhouse at Sarawak Cultural Village, which was destroyed in a fire, to be expedited to ensure the popular tourist attraction can resume its operations. He says the Longhouse is one of the main tourism products at SCV and plays an important role in showcasing the heritage and culture of the Bidayu community to both local and international visitors. He also says the matter has been brought to the attention of the Sarawak Premier and has received support for the reconstruction project to proceed.
Now on global affairs, Iran is claiming a political win after signing a deal to end the West Asia war, describing the agreement as a declaration of America's defeat. The conflict, which erupted on February 28 with massive US-Israeli airstrikes, ended last week with a memorandum signed in Islamabad. Iran's leadership says the deal was won through sheer resistance and not Western coercion.
تفاهم اسلام آباد نیز نه نتیجه فشار و اجبار بلکه حاصل مقاومت و اقتدار ملت شجاع ایران بود. تفاهمی که نشان داد گفتگو زمانی به نتیجه میرسد که طرف مقابل از تحمیل اراده خود بر یک ملت متمدن صرف نظر کرده و حقوق ما را بپذیرد. به همین جهت یادداشت تفاهم اسلام آباد تبدیل به اعلامیه شکست آمریکا شد.
But the U.S. is pushing back. On Tuesday, Secretary of State Marco Rubio landed in the United Arab Emirates on a tour to reassure nervous Gulf allies. The big concern is that the deal completely ignores Iran's enriched uranium, missile program, and regional proxies. He said, quote, "No country is allowed to charge tolls or fees on an international waterway. That's existing international law, and that includes the Strait of Hormuz." And despite rhetorical clashes, both sides say technical talks will continue next week, with the United Nations nuclear watchdog expected to play a key role in monitoring Iran's nuclear program.
We will be working on the modalities, dates, procedures, places very soon, and the inspections will indeed take place.
While diplomats push forward, the war's aftermath is still being felt on the ground, including in Lebanon, where communities are rebuilding after months of cross-border violence.
UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer is overseeing an orderly transition of power as the Labour Party moves to choose a new leader following his resignation. After stepping down on Monday amid dwindling support from the Labour MPs, Starmer has authorised early access talks between government officials and prospective successors to facilitate a smooth handover. Addressing senior ministers, he reiterated his commitment to a stable transition and expresses confidence in the next leader's ability to guide the country forward.
Meanwhile, former Manchester Mayor Andy Burnham has emerged as the clear frontrunner in the leadership race. The 56-year-old became eligible to contest the top job after securing victory in a parliamentary by-election last week. Burnham received a warm reception from Labour MPs upon his return to Parliament on Monday, shortly after Starmer formally submitted his resignation. According to Downing Street, discussions between Burnham's team and senior civil servants may begin even before nominations for the Labour leadership officially open on July 9th. The nomination period closes on July 16th, and Burnham could become Britain's next Prime Minister shortly thereafter if he faces no challenge for the party leadership.
A record-breaking heatwave is sweeping across Europe with millions of people facing dangerously high temperatures. More than 94 million people across the continent are expected to experience temperatures above 35 degrees Celsius, with France and Spain among the hardest hit countries. In France, around 44 million people are under the highest heat alert, while temperatures in some areas are forecast to reach up to 41 degrees Celsius. The extreme heat has forced schools, offices and tourist attractions to close early as workers and residents struggle to cope with the sweltering conditions. Power outages have also been reported, including in northwestern France, where tens of thousands of homes were left without electricity after a transformer failed. The World Health Organization has warned that the heat wave poses a serious threat to public health and called on governments to strengthen climate-resilient health services. The heat wave is expected to spread further into Eastern Europe in the coming days, with several countries issuing red alerts and record temperatures possible. Now back in Malaysia, the government has assured that eligible vehicle owners will continue to have access to the additional 100-litre quota applications under the Budi Madani diesel program. Second Finance Minister Dato Sri Amir Hamzah Azizan says the open-ended approach ensures fairness for those who may only acquire a qualifying vehicle in the future.
Dari segi kelayakan untuk memohon, tak ada tempoh masa. Kerana kita kena memahami yang kadang-kadang hari ni orang tu tak ada kenderaan diesel, sebulan depan dia beli pick up dengan jeep, so dia pun layak lah bila dia ada pick up dengan jeep. So kita tak nak tutup kata this is one time offer sajalah kan. Jadi dia akan terus berjalan kerana the base is to be fair to everybody. Siapa yang ada kenderaan jenis dia akan dapat kelayakan asalkan dia memohon lah.
Eligible diesel vehicle owners will now be able to enjoy a higher quota of up to 300 litres of subsidised diesel per month compared to the previous 200 litres. He adds that the targeted diesel subsidy is not only aimed at easing daily costs, but also to reduce subsidy leakage to ineligible recipients. The government estimates that the targeted diesel subsidy is expected to save up to 2 billion ringgit, or roughly 10% of total subsidy expenditure, while ensuring aid is channeled to those who truly needs it. In Sabah, Sarawak and Labuan, diesel prices have also been adjusted to market levels, while the use of MyCard for individuals and fleet cards for the transport sector continues to be encouraged to strengthen the implementation of the targeted subsidy system.
Ongoing development projects nationwide will proceed as planned despite a recent spike in construction costs. Works Minister Sri Alexander Nanta assures that the price hikes for certain materials have not reached a critical level that would delay overall implementation. According to him, all projects with already issued letters of acceptance are continuing as usual with no current need to halt operations.
Kita tidak menafikan bahawa memang ada kesan kenaikan harga, ya. Walaupun dalam perhatian kami, ya, kenaikan tu belumlah sampai dia ketara sangat sehingga kan kontrak tu ataupun projek itu tak boleh dilaksanakan. Jadi dalam perhatian kami juga berlibat urus di antara kementerian bersama dengan Kementerian Kewangan, dan dalam perhatian memang belumlah sampai ketara sangat kita terpaksa berhentikan projek yang sedang dilaksanakan, ya. Jadi ada yang mengata harga simen naik. Simen sebenarnya tak apa naik. Yang naik itu logistik, sama juga aggregate, sama juga dalam material bahan-bahan binaan yang lain. Yang naik adalah cost transportation ataupun logistik. Itu kita dah pantau, kita dah perhatikan.
He clarifies that the government will continue to monitor the situation, noting that intervention measures will only be considered if cost increases severely impact national development projects.
The AI Governance Bill aims to ensure that individuals or organizations are accountable for any harm or risk arising from the use of the technology. Digital Minister Gobind Singh Dio says this is because AI lacks legal personality or moral responsibility like humans, so accountability cannot be placed on the system itself.
Oleh itu, apabila satu sistem AI menghasilkan satu keputusan, cadangan, kandungan atau tindakan yang memberi kesan kepada seseorang, tanggungjawab undang-undang tidak boleh diletakkan kepada sistem AI itu sendiri. Sebaliknya, tanggungjawab tersebut perlu ditelusuri kepada pihak manusia ataupun organisasi atau entiti yang membangunkan, menyediakan, mengerahkan, mengendalikan atau menggunakan sistem AI tersebut. Sehubungan dengan itu, RUU Tadbir Urus AI sedang meneliti pendekatan berkaitan accountability yang berasaskan kitaran hayat sistem, end-to-end system AI.
This approach, he says, is critical because AI risk or failure does not occur at just one stage. A system originally safe can become risky when it is modified, deployed in a new context, connected to other systems, or used on a different user group than intended. The bill is being developed as a horizontal governance framework to complement existing laws, not to replace technology regulation or sector-specific jurisdictions. If an AI issue involves criminal offences, consumer protection, intellectual property IP, or specific sectoral jurisdictions, the existing relevant laws and agencies will continue to play their respective roles. He adds that the government does not intend to directly regulate the output of content generated by AI, but will focus on governance mechanisms to mitigate risks before they occur.
Get all the updates you need all in one app. TVS Inspire brings you live updates on events, news and programs. Available now on the Apple App Store and Google Play Store. TVS Inspire well on your screen anytime, anywhere. And those were the updates on TVS Nightline. Thank you for watching. Have a good night.